charges. I gotta say, disappointed because he did not get a fair trial. If this wasn't a example of a steamroll, I don't know what is. Now you're gonna have the black man haters, um, misandrous, I mean feminists, thinking this is some kind of moral victory, justice was served. But this was so basically now you can just be convicted on circumstantial evidence. I mean, they had no video surveillance, no proof. All the testimony went in favor of Tory Lanez, and it just came across that he was basically being, you know, this was, like I told you, this wasn't about justice. This was about trying to get a conviction. The DA presented a piss poor case with unlimited holes in it, but yet they still was able to find him guilty. If you a black man, you should tread water. You should be very scared, especially in California. So basically, they're basically saying that all a woman got to do is just say that you did something to her. Don't have to have no significant proof, and you could be convicted. Tory Lanez should fight this. He should ask for a retrial, and he should ask for a change of venue. But he was taken into custody. His father had an outburst, which I don't blame him. Now I know women gonna come on my channel trolling, talking crazy. That's fine. I'll be ready. I do not like what happened to him, and I'm sorry. I do not believe that he did what he just got convicted of. That was a bogus court case. It was a bogus trial. And to me, justice wasn't served. They had no significant evidence to prove that he shot her, and he was convicted on all charges. All charges? How can anybody with a straight face sit up there and say justice was served? Now, if you somebody that hate men and you're a misandrous, yeah, you're gonna be clapping and stomping and praising to the high heavens, but this was crazy. I'm trying not to lose it because I thought that was just nuts. He should have got off. So like I said, if you are a man, just imagine if that was a white woman. Yeah, I'm going there. Horrible decision. And he'll be sentenced next month. And of course, they gave him no bail because, of course, he's a flight risk. Yeah, I think all black men should be nervous after what we just saw. All that circumstantial evidence. They had no video footage. They had testimony that questioned Megan Thee Stallion's character. So basically, Megan Thee Stallion, to me, has a very questionable character. So basically, hey, if you a woman, you free to roam and do whatever the hell you want to do. As long, I'll put it to you this way: if it's you against a black man, everybody will side with you. Because I promise you, if this was a white man that Megan Thee Stallion would have tried to do this to, they would have threw this out of court. But if they can lock a black man up and ruin his life, yeah, they'll side with the black woman. But like I said, I'm waiting for these misandrists to come on my channel popping off at the mouth. But I promise you, it's going to be ugly. I never seen people that are covering this trial were shocked because it looked like this case was on life support for the prosecution. So like I said before, they had no forensic proof. All they had was clothing that had gun residue on it. But keep in mind, it was on both Kelsey and Tory. Megan Thee Stallion don't even know who shot her. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, you should be you should be very scared based off what you just witnessed in regards to this court case. And it wasn't just men that were like paying attention. You had women that were saying, I don't think Tory did it. But we all know who really was the culprit. I hope both of them can sleep good at night. You know what I'm saying? That a black man got sent to jail, an innocent black man couldn't prove beyond a shadow of a doubt, pulled the trigger. Nah, Paul, this is worse than Bill Cosby. Tory Lanez is gonna do football numbers. You know, he not an American citizen, so basically he got steamrolled because he wasn't allowed to talk about this case via social media. He wasn't allowed to do interviews. So like I said, the fix was in. The railroad was in. I stand by what I say. I believe that he didn't do it. Man, they took him into custody, man. That dude ain't go, man, that dude gonna do some time. That dude gonna do some time. That's why they took him into custody without bail. This sends a bad message. With you, if you are a black man, you should be very scared, especially when you live in California. All I can say is get your sensual forms ready. You need to make any woman sign paperwork, because this just goes to show you at any given time, if you a black man, if a woman just say you did something, you can go to jail for it. Tory Lanez didn't get a fair trial. That's why a lot of people were shocked. I don't have no faith in the judicial system. I don't have no faith in the court system because justice wasn't served. But like I said, I'm waiting for you misandrous to come on here, because like I said, it's going to be ugly. That was horrible, horrible decision. Horrible, guilty on all charges. I thought worst case scenario, they could possibly get him on maybe possibly firing the gun in the air. Possibly. But they couldn't even prove that he did that. They ignored testimony. They had no witnesses. They strictly went by the word of Megan Thee Stallion, who changed her story 3 times. She changed her story 3 times about what happened. Yeah, he got steamrolled. He didn't get railroaded. He got steamrolled. Yeah, Stevie, you was right. I didn't want you to be right. I thought that he would get it. I thought based off the evidence that was presented, he will. Like I said, I don't have no faith in the court system. Like I said, at the end of the day, it just proves they don't have to have proof that you did it. They don't have to have overwhelming proof. All they need is for somebody to say you did something. Do you know how many women that are not black are looking at this case and be like, hell, all I got to do is say he did it and I can put him in jail? Or if I'm with somebody and he happened to be a black man and he pisses me off, I could say that he violated me and they'll put him in jail. This DA was terrible. Well, that's the funny thing, Sean. If you went by public opinion, it was had just as many women saying that they didn't believe Megan Thee Stallion as they did men. But of course, they accused us men of just siding with Tory Lanez because he was a man. No, I was siding with Tory Lanez because I saw the evidence that was presented. They tell me, I want somebody honestly that's listening to this stream to tell me that they had sufficient enough evidence to get him convicted. Well, I never supported Megan Thee Stallion to begin with, but if she's in anything, if she's in any movie, I will not support Megan Thee Stallion because I think she's a liar. And I'm going to go on record to say it. I think she's a liar. And she's proven to be a liar. And not to mention she's a whore. Yeah, Tory, and this is absurd. This is absurd. Like I said, as a black man, we should all be scared. Black man, we should be fearful. We should be scared. We gonna have to tread water because now it's been proven all they need is for one day you did something and they can lock you up. All they need for a woman to say you did it. This opened up the floodgates for them to just target black men for anything. Basically, they saying that we don't have no voice. They saying basically we don't have the right to fight for our freedom. See, this is... I was following this case. They had no significant proof whatsoever. They didn't have DNA evidence. They didn't have video evidence. They didn't even have audio evidence that Tory Lanez shot Megan Thee Stallion, but somehow he was found guilty on all charges. And I'm talking about the DA was making it up as whoever they was going along. I'm talking about this case was it's a travesty. Like I said, I'm really trying not to lose it because I see what got this was a travesty. And like I said, like these feminists, they're, like I said, you guys better tread water. They didn't have no proof whatsoever. And they locked that dude. They had no proof whatsoever that he did that. They couldn't prove beyond a shadow of a doubt. So now, like I said, we have celebration of a man who they had nothing but circumstantial evidence. And then you're going to have women that's going to try to bully you and try to shame you and saying, well, I won't ever support Megan Thee Stallion. And I'm just telling you right now, ain't no woman going to bully me. And I'm telling you right now, if you come on my channel popping off at the mouth, it's going to be ugly. And for people that's gonna come and say respect the decision of the court, but this is what I'm saying: you could do whatever you want to do to a black man and get away with it. All you got to do now is just say that somebody black did something to you, a black man did something to you, and yeah, this is gonna be a gender war, and this is gonna be a battle. And this situation is gonna divide our community. I wasn't taking Tory Lanez's side because he was a man. I was taking the side of the evidence presented in the court case. I appreciate that, Steve. Now, sis, they found guilty on all charges. One, they couldn't even prove that gun belonged to him. That's another thing. The gun was unregistered. They couldn't prove that he fired the gun. Megan Thee Stallion left out crucial information about a fight that happened between her and Kelsey, and that was just completely ignored. Well, obviously, evidence ain't real enough. Obviously, and then you had the prosecutor say, "Well, ignore the DNA evidence that didn't exist, that they didn't have." So, can we start using that now? They didn't have no evidence. Like I said, I'm horrified by the events that took place today. And I don't blame Tory Lanez's father for going off. But like I said, the harassment is, hey, bring it. Well, to me, this was worse than Bill Cosby. This would really her word against his. And based off the fact that they saw this trial's never about finding out who the shooter was and justice. This was all about trying to hang this on Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez, he looking at 27 years. He looking at 27 years. Tory Lanez is under a gag order, and I think that he should ask for a retrial because it was clearly prejudice against him. Because believe me, this case is a lot more important than what we think it is, and more was riding on this case than what you think. Yeah, he do got a son. His son was with him in court. And he's a black, and his son is black too. So there you have it. They had 9 women on. Oh, okay, so there you have it. So now it's starting to make a bit more sense. 9 jurors out of 12. And I can promise you that they were sitting up there pressured. I'm pretty sure they didn't want to look at the evidence. They just wanted to get this court case over because they wanted to go home without really looking at the evidence. I can tell you right now, if I was serving on that jury, I would have held that up. Straight up. Like I said, it's a travesty. But anyway, you guys, I'm at work right now. I got to get back. But we'll talk about this later on.